Alright, thank you very much. Hello everybody, it's your good friend Pozzible here, and I'm back in action with another look at a good old-fashioned movie review. Okay, apparently that went by faster than I thought. Sorry about that. We got Adventure, The Curse of the Midas Box, set in the steampunk universe, based off of some gentleman's book, which I think he did a better job writing it than they did producing it, though I do believe they put forth their best effort. You basically follow the exploits of a Maria Mundi. That is correct. The boy is named Maria. But this was back in Victorian England, so I would imagine he got beat up a lot. Anyway, he's supposed to be the son of a professor, not photographed, just so you know. It was Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. Basically, you meet these groups of people, and this is kind of like, imagine a different Indiana Jones, where Indiana Jones and Marion got married and had two sons, and this was, you know, the guy in the middle with the pipe, that was John Rhys Davies' character. So just to give you a heads up of what's going on here. They are trying to protect a secret, the famous Midas box. At the moment, we are taught that whatever you put in the Midas box will turn to gold. But thanks to some prudent riddle solving and, historical understanding, they soon realize what the real Midas box does. And so it's up to them to get the Midas box before the bad guy does, played by Sam Neill. Now, of course, Sam Neill was able to get one of his brother, Mariah's brother Felix, and he was able to kidnap him and put him, and he disappeared. So it's up to Mariah to find him. And what better way to do that than to spy on the bad guys by joining their company in their hotel as a porter, while at the same time investigating, looking for the Midas box and your missing twin brother. There's a lot going on in this little movie. They put forth a good effort. I'm not going to lie about that. They tried their best. They put their hearts into it. Unfortunately, it just wasn't good enough. It just doesn't come around like you would want it to. I was not impressed by the acting. The story seemed inconsistent, where in one moment Mariah seems to be a very capable, very intelligent young man, and the next moment he seems to be out of his wits and doesn't know how to handle himself. He goes back and forth. This is his first adventure, so you're supposed to get the idea that he's just learning how to take care of himself. He's smart, he's capable, but he's inexperienced. And so he really doesn't know how to take care of himself that well. The plot points are predictable. There is one big question mark left unsaid in this movie that I kind of had trouble with, because they kept going back and forth on what was going on, and that's something you'll have to see the movie with. The movie ultimately gets a decide with a pass. I wish it was better. I wanted it to be better. It just wasn't good enough as I would have expected it to be. It's not horrible, and if you like this kind of thing, if you wanted to give steampunk more of a chance, this is your chance. I am not, by any chance in the imagination, a steampunk expert. I was only introduced to steampunk like 3 or 4 years ago now from Comic-Con, Phoenix Comic-Con, and ever since then I've been more curious about what is steampunk and how does it work. Not the steampunk I see at Comic-Con. This was more down to earth. It's more about, an Indiana Jones wannabe set in late 1800s Victoria, England. And it tried, it just didn't fly, unfortunately. But that was my opinion. You might see it and might like it. Like I said, they tried. They wanted it to be something. Only the guy in the middle of the top head and the pipe, only he really made it worth watching. Lena Headey, she was, during her broke period where she didn't have a dime to her name, so she took any job and every job she could. This was one of them. But hey, it pays the bills, right? So I guess it was worth it. All right, guys, that's it for me today. We'll see you at the theaters.